Hello and welcome to episode 12 of the Console Space Podcast, the podcast where we get together and talk about what's going on in the console space. I'm your host, Sean Colangelo, and I'm joined, as always, by co-host, co-producer, the one and only John Jables Jingleheimer Schmidt. How's it going, JP?
It's going good, Sean.
Also joined by co-host and co-producer, the raddest dad that I have, Rob Kettlewell. How's it going, Rob?
It's going good, son.
Let's switch back to Jables. What you playing, bruh?
I forget. What have I been playing, boys?
Well, you told me that you started Horizon
That's it. I started Horizon.
just before you got Monster Hunter, and so now you're conflicted as to what you should continue.
Yes, I didn't expect you to actually know what I was playing. Thanks, Sean. I started Horizon Zero Dawn. Sean let me borrow that, and I'm real close to the beginning. I just started it, but it seems really fun so far. I hunted my first robot dinosaur, and it was so far it's really fun. I'm liking it a lot.
It is really fun gameplay, for sure.
I just got Monster Hunter, but it just came out yesterday, as of this recording, so I haven't started that yet. I started Horizon, and then I was like, oh, hey, Monster Hunter comes out, and I'm like, well, that was stupid. I should have just started Monster Hunter. So now I have possibly 2 games to play at once, but I don't know what to do now. I don't know if I should just wait, play Monster Hunter later. If you're getting Monster Hunter, I'll see.
I did get Monster Hunter, and I'm in a similar predicament that I will get to.
Yeah, because you're playing 2 other games.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing. It's stupid, but
there's just too much.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll see what you're doing. Whenever you start Monster Hunter, I want to try it out co-op, so I'll do that.
For sure.
But if you wait a while to beat those other games, maybe I'll just keep playing Horizon. So,
all right. Well, yeah, I'll figure it out. At the very least, maybe after this episode, we could boot that up and check it out if you want.
Yeah, it'd be cool to check it out.
Yeah.
I don't know I haven't looked to see if there's any day one updates or anything.
Probably, but we'll see.
So we'll probably put it in after the podcast and play it sometime tomorrow. So.
You hear that, Rob? We're gonna put it in. And on that note,
I don't get it.
what are you playing?
Ooh, I've been grinding through BioShock.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I have to play it for a little bit and then put it down because I don't know. This is gonna sound lame to people that play a bunch of jump scare games, but I have to walk away from the jump scare games after a little bit. They just fry me out. But I've been playing that. And then I also have been going old school. I've been playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
Nice.
So good. Probably the best Tony Hawk game.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That was on our list of best PS1 games.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been pretty much it.
Okay.
I'm finding all those secret tapes.
Nice. Have you been playing... Did you download it, or did you...
No, I have a copy of it.
You have the copy of it? Have you been playing on the PS3?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty great.
Right.
PS Thrizzle.
Sean, what have you been playing?
So, I'm in a bit of a similar predicament as JP, trying to play too much at once, which is ironic because I went a good handful of months where I really was pretty much just playing Fortnite. Now I'm trying to play Assassin's Creed Origins and Zelda at the same time. And I did, at the last minute, decide to pull the trigger on Monster Hunter. I played the beta of it, and, I was like, wow, this game is awesome. But I just, I was like, I'm still trying to play 2 other, these vast open world games. And so I was like, I probably, shouldn't try to also start Monster Hunter. But, you're getting it. Our friend Todd's going to get it. My friend Tyson's probably going to buy it. And, we all want to, play it together. So I was like, screw it. Of course, I did kind of pay the price for waiting so long to order it because my copy is not scheduled to arrive until like Wednesday. So,
Well, then I got all the time in the world to beat Horizon.
you could make a chunk, but
we'll see.
Yeah, but
Sadly, I haven't had as much time as I'd like to play it. That's why I'm still at the beginning. Because I started it like a week ago, and I'm still pretty early.
Yeah. So, it's like, and then on top of that, I mean, I still do play Fortnite a good bit. Like, my friends are on, they recently updated the map, which I'm not a fan. Because, like, we would always land on the west coast of the map because it was, like, there wasn't really much there except for, like, a bunch of houses that you could loot, and you wouldn't see, you usually wouldn't see, like, a lot of people. And, when we heard that they were adding stuff, I was like, they're going to add shit on the West Coast. Like, I guarantee you. And sure enough, everything they added is to the west of the middle of the map.
Yeah.
And so now we don't even land over there anymore. We land on the, the east side of the map. And, I mean, we've been able to adjust to it and still win some matches, but it's just not the same. So I'm like, game at Fortnite. But I get why they did it. Just whatever. Then on top of that, like, me and Todd still try to play like as much as we can in our NHL 18 league. I think we've played like 35 to 40 matches of that. So yeah, just a lot to play. Not enough time. Not quite enough time in the day to do it. You work full time, and the days get shorter, and it's hard to just play everything. So I don't know. Zelda is breathtaking, no pun intended, but it's not sucking me in. It's just not sucking me in for some reason. It's great, and I really like what they've done with it, and I think it was cool that they took that risk, making it open world and kind of changing it up from prior Zelda games. But to me, the world just seems so vast, but almost kind of pointlessly. Like, I mean, the shrines, sometimes they're cool, sometimes they just seem very annoying to me. And I don't know. Like, it's a great game, but it's not captivating me for some reason. But I'm going to slowly but surely, try to trudge through it. And like I said, like, I'm sure once I get more into the story, it'll probably suck me in more. And Assassin's Creed, kind of the same. It has a good story as compared to a lot of the Assassin's Creed games from what I've heard. But I'm not a big fan of the series, so I don't know what's going on in that storyline. And I don't really care. I'm not playing it for that. Like, I'm playing it because I think it's cool to be an assassin in Egypt. But that's a game that I feel like I could also just kind of, take a break from that for a little bit. And because, like, when you're invested like in the game's story, you don't want to like stop playing it and come back to it.
Right.
But with that game, I feel like I could probably kind of take a break for a while to play some other stuff, and then so that's probably what I will do is swap that out for Monster Hunter in the meantime. But yeah, what the hell was I gonna say? There was something else I was gonna say, and I don't remember what the hell it was.
Well. While you think of that, like you said, I'm kind of in the same spot with Horizon, and I am invested in the story, but I'm at such an early point that it's hard to decide, should I just step away and then to where I'm still at a point where I can jump back in.
You're right at the beginning, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. But like I have told you before, that game's story was shockingly complex and interesting, and you will definitely like want to know what happens.
Yeah. I was even from the beginning I was surprised because like from the first like trailers that came out for it, I was like, okay, it's gonna have like an interesting story, but like I wasn't like super impressed by like the voice acting and stuff like in the first couple trailers. And now that I'm playing it, I'm like, no, I'm pretty interested in everything that's going on. I like it.
Yeah, like I said, it only gets better too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Just trying to play too much at one time, but we'll figure it out. That's what we do.
We just have too many fun games.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
First world problems, to say the least. But on that note, let's shift to our main topic per se. We don't really have a main topic so much as just kind of like a lot of news breaking things that have been going on. So, and those things are, one of which obviously Monster Hunter just came out. We already kind of talked about that. In a few days, well, actually, by the time this goes up, did you ever play Final Fantasy Dissida back in the day?
I played the one for PSP.
Okay. Which, that was the last... I mean, they eventually made, like, a port, I think, for, like, the PSN maybe or something like that, but...
yeah, I don't remember.
But there is a new one coming out, and I played the beta for it. It's really good.
Really?
It's not even really my kind of game, and I am not going to be good at it. Like, it's a somewhat of a kind of complex control scheme, and there's a very diehard fan base to it that, like, will get very good at it.
Yeah.
So I already know that I probably won't even get it just because I know that I would just suck. But it's a lot of fun, though.
Because it's, isn't it a port of an arcade game? Like, I think there's a version of it, like, in arcades.
Yeah, speaking of, when this whole thing, was revealed, like, I think it was at the 2017 Tokyo Game Show. They were talking about it, and they were saying that the arcade version was actually made on PS4 hardware. So, like, once they confirmed that, it was like, it's going to come to PS4 eventually. And sure enough, now it is. So, but yeah.
I'm interested in it. I didn't play the beta, or I haven't really looked much into it at all. But the Dissida for PSP, I remember it talking about voice acting and story. To me, it had one of the worst stories and some of the worst voice acting I've, like, ever heard in, like, a game.
Really?
It's it's technically a Final Fantasy game. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I expected. They took characters from, like, at the time, like 10 or 11 different games from different universes, put them together and tried to make a story out of it. So I don't know what I expected exactly, but voice acting was god awful. Final Fantasy IX is one of my favorite games ever, and the voices that they use for those characters and just the dialogue and everything, just hated it. Absolutely hated it.
It's tough because a lot of those characters, like in their actual games,
right?
They didn't have voices.
They never had voices.
So, like, I get in the beta, and I'm one of those guys that's actually a big Final Fantasy VIII fan.
Yeah.
And so, of course, I pick Squall, and he sounds like such a douche.
Yeah.
And which
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because in the game, he's kind of, he has a lot of internal dialogue.
Yeah.
Like, but when you're playing the game, it's like, that's not the voice I had in my head.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. So.
When he's actually talking, and it's like, oh, God. And it's like,
yeah. It just... it's tough because it's a game that I would like to buy and play, but not, like, right off the bat.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is, while you're not playing, everyone else is going to get so good at it that if you try to jump in, like, 6 months from now, have fun with that. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. You ever heard of that, Rob?
I have heard of it. I never got to play it, though.
It's pretty much just like Super Smash, but with Final Fantasy characters.
Oh, okay.
It has a weird, like, I don't know how the new one is, but the first one had, like, a real weird control scheme.
Oh,
like, it was very,
this one does too.
You're, like, always in the air.
It's very
and
complex.
It's like, okay.
And I can see how it'd be very hard to get used to. Yeah, absolutely. What were you going to say?
Nothing.
Okay. I was going to make sure he had something. So, yeah, again, I mean, that game and Monster Hunter are releasing 4 days apart. And I'm like... sick. And so then I also want to talk about okay, so those two games they have released the new God of War officially April 20th. Hashtag 420. Oh man, I don't know what to.
There's no good puns to make, but
Yeah, you hit a dead end there.
Well, I wanted to make a 420 pun incorporating.
Nordic mythology.
Yeah, and I couldn't think of one off the top of my head, so I'm sorry.
This is proof we don't write our jokes in advance.
Yeah.
Something. No, there's nothing. There's no. I can't.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, maybe we'll sit down for a couple hours, think about this, and we'll edit it into the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Just saying a real quick 420 Nordic mythology joke.
Right. But it is official. April 20. I am pumped for that game. I've been really excited about it. I actually already ordered the collector's edition.
Oh, nice.
So,
what comes with the collector's edition?
Well, Rob, since you asked, so here's the thing. It was weird. Right at the beginning when they first revealed it, the first thing they revealed aside from the regular edition is like it's called like the Stone Mason edition. It's like $150. Has like
Wait, the Stoned Mason edition?
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
There it is.
That's good enough.
There it is.
We're not coming back.
Yeah, it's got like a statue and all this crazy shit with it, and I was like, I don't want to pay $150 for it. And then several days later, they revealed two more versions, which were the collector's edition and the digital deluxe.
Okay.
So, the collector's edition is only $20 cheaper than the Stone Mason at $130. And really, the only difference is it's the same thing. It's just there are a few small little like figurines that you don't get.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, whatever. But I still didn't really want to pay that much. And I actually liked much more what was included in the one that's digital. Mm-hmm. Well, it's only $90, but it's all digital, and I'm a collector, and I was like, son of a bitch. So I just went ahead and I caved, and I got the collector's edition. Not quite the most expensive one, but I still was like, I don't really want to drop $130, but it's God of War, I mean, one of my personal favorite franchises. So, and I'm at the point now where like I don't most of the games that I buy these days, I don't even buy them when they first come out anyway. Yeah. So I was like, screw it. I'm just going to go ahead and get it. And so I don't know where I'm going to put it because my shelves and things are chock full of stuff. So I don't, Erin loves it, by the way.
Oh, but she does.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe you can get old Dad Rob to come up and I'll build you a new shelf.
There you go. Rob the Tool Man. So that is confirmed. That's really exciting for Sony and for PS fans across the globe. Not too long after that, so Quantic Dream has been in the spotlight for some good and bad reasons. We won't go overly into it because no one really knows what happened, and we probably never will. But there have been some accusations of it being of some sexual misconduct and whatnot going on in their workplace. They've said that that's not true. Apparently, some employee found 600 photoshopped pictures of other employees, and I don't know. That's a tough thing when so it's almost like if you like a band,
find out
and they're assholes, and you're like, I love their music, but they're dicks, and so it's where you draw the line of support and things like that. I mean, personally, unless it's something super super terrible that is concretely proven, I just kind of don't worry about that kind of stuff personally.
Separate the art from the artist.
Right. But, I can see why some people don't like to do that. I don't really know. We don't have to go super into that because, we aren't that kind of show. Mm-hmm. But unless it is this guy raped 17 people and filmed it and I'm I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. I just want to play your video game. So...
I think the game looks cool. I don't know. Quantic Dream's always weird to me, like I never know what to expect because like I liked Indigo Prophecy and Heavy Rain, but they're always I don't know. It's like they're fun, but they're really cheesy. The writing's stupid, but it's I don't know. It's so cool. Like I didn't play Beyond Two Souls because I heard it was garbage. I heard it was awful. I know you didn't mind it. So this new game, it's like it might be fun. It might be complete trash. I have no idea.
Yeah, we'll see. I guess it keeps things interesting, nothing else. But only a few weeks after that whole thing came out, and like I don't know like if this was by coincidence or design, they confirmed that their new game is releasing this spring.
Oh, okay.
So probably, I mean, obviously I know Sony's not going to want to release it like alongside God of War in April. So I'm thinking maybe like March, maybe May. So I don't know, something like that. Yeah. But they did say that it is coming out this year, so that's good in terms of the game itself. And what was the last bit of news? Anthem.
Yeah.
Has been delayed to 2019, which I couldn't believe last year at E3 that they even said that it was going to come out like in the fall of 2018. I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's not going to happen. And sure enough, it's been delayed 2019. So that's not really a shocker. We always say, unfortunately, the same thing will probably happen to Red Dead. Hope I'm wrong. We're holding out hope.
You're not.
We're holding out hope. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, like not really a main topic per se. It's so much just some recent things that have been going on in the industry. Those are all the big ones that I've personally seen. So if you guys don't have anything to add,
Nope.
We can go ahead and shift to the final countdown.
So for our last segment, we read the back of an old game case because they're really funny and over the top. Usually. So today I got Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's not too crazy, but it has some pretty good reviews.
You may have heard of it.
Well, no, I mean like the reviews on the case are pretty funny. So the back of the case, the legacy of evil returns. As a descendant of Dracula, you must end the vampire bloodline. Can you rid the world of this unspeakable terror? Uncover the mystery of Castlevania and challenge an adventure as legendary as its name. Over 140 different enemies, bosses, and ghastly creatures, awesome magical spells, transform into a bat, a wolf, or ethereal mist. Hidden weapons, secrets, and characters. The largest Castlevania ever. So the reviews on the back, EGM from November 1996 said, mind-blowing 32-bit special effects. This is Konami at their best. Castlevania is a blast. The soundtrack resounds with synthesized and orchestrated music. It said GamePro in 97. So there's at the time it was mind-blowing that there's orchestrated music in it. Game Fan said, a huge game. If you think you've seen it all, you haven't.
That's a bold statement, Cotton.
See if it pays off.
So, yeah. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's a really good game.
Original Silent Hill promotion on the inside?
Yes. I have the greatest hits version on the inside. This is stupid that I even know this, but the greatest hits version has an ad for Silent Hill. It says Welcome to Hell, Silent Hill. And the original version has an ad for Metal Gear Solid on the inside.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I have greatest hits. Well, Rob?
Hold up. Before we keep going.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that because you just opened up Monster Hunter and I made the comment
that
there was no manual on the inside. And I think it's strange that the software companies that are putting these games out don't use that space to just advertise another game.
Well, I will say, Sony does with their first party games.
Do they?
I was like super pumped. I think it was when I bought. Damn it! I want to say it was when I bought Bloodborne. There's like a little insert, and like one side was advertising Uncharted, and then damn it, or no, maybe it was because the order came out right before Bloodborne did.
I was say I don't think Bloodborne had anything on the inside, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think the order. One side was an ad for Uncharted, and one side was an ad for Bloodborne, and it made me so happy.
Yeah,
I just
Just
love
that there's something
little
in there.
things like that. Yeah,
and it's like nostalgic for me. And
Yeah, same.
From like a business perspective, it's probably like 2 cents for the piece of paper,
yeah,
and it's like worth that in the advertising. I don't know.
for sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, I have Oddworld for PlayStation. I've never played this game. I've always heard it like talked about.
It's cool. It's a weird kind of platformer, but you know it's a classic for sure. So
Okay, I'm ready. Once you were just a slave laborer in a horrid meat processing plant. Now you're next on the menu. In a lush world of diabolical danger where everyone wants to eat you, you're the skinny guy with no weapons. Run, jump, hide, scramble, and talk your way past the ugliest bunch of carnivorous crustaceans ever created. Unlock Abe's special powers, then figure out your foes, and you might save your race. Don't, and your dinner. Enter Oddworld, surreal sensory overload of pure gaming and claim your destiny, savior, or salami.
is this game about you?
I don't know.
You're a skinny guy trying to survive, trying not to get eaten.
Yeah, it's just this looks like a bizarre game.
Does it have an ad on the side?
No, it's actually talks about the game. Were there 5 games in this? 5 games in the series?
I thought there's not at that. That was like the first one that came out. I think.
Yeah, it says
that was the very first one.
Oddworld Quintology. Oddworld Abe's Odyssey is the first in a 5-part game series from Oddworld called the Oddworld Quintology.
Really?
Each game will reveal more about the strange and bizarre universe of Oddworld and its challenging inhabitants.
That's interesting. I don't think I've ever read that. Because there's Oddworld. What's that one called? Abe's Odyssey?
Yeah.
And then the second one is Abe's Exodus.
Right.
Then they made... okay, I don't know what the order is for the rest of them, but for the Xbox, they made Munch's Odyssey. I think it's Stranger's Wrath or something like that.
Okay.
So they did get to 5.
I don't know if they ever got to 5, because that's only 4. Was there another one?
Well, remember they did make the recent one that was
They made, like, the-
Oddworld New and Tasty.
Right, it was like the remake.
He said, the creator said that it isn't a remake.
Really?
I think.
That might
I
be
remember,
the 5th one.
I remember him being all pissed because of the name, people assumed that it was a remake. But
I don't know. I thought it was a pretty...
I did too, but
Yeah.
but I could have swore when that all went down, you know, he was pissed because he was saying it's not a remake.
Maybe he wanted... Maybe he was saying, like, remake, remaster. Maybe it's remaster, not remake.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. But, yeah, that's interesting. Because even... I guess Abe is in Munch's Odyssey, but I didn't think he was in Stranger's Wrath. I don't know why they were like, we're making 5 games
This is
right off the bat.
Yeah,
they
it was-
released these on like literally like every platform ever.
Yeah.
PlayStation, Microsoft DOS, Windows, Game Boy Color, Xbox 360, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation 3, 4, PSP, Vita, Wii U, Xbox One, OS X, Linux, iOS, Android, and Wii U?
Oh,
that one console
yeah,
that
yeah.
wasn't a thing. Yeah. And
Does it say how many games that were in the series?
It just says first release and last release, and the last one was New and Tasty for the Wii U.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think there were 5. Maybe they failed and they didn't make 5. But good try.
Good try.
All right.
All right, here we go.
On that note, thank you as always for watching. Like and subscribe, share, comment if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, comment, tell us why. Appreciate all feedback. Also, keep an eye out for our weekly sports segment, Game Day Gameplay. And yeah, we'll do it again next time. Thanks again.
All right, thanks.